All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all honor and glory to Yahweh, Bashim Yahushua, Wahabak HaKodash. Number one is to apostles, great millstone, and salutations to elect, which you ought to be. It's your brother Khawaja. Got a quick lesson for you Negroes, Latinos, Native American Indians, and Israelites who better shame but looking like heathens, who spirit by witness that they are a child of the Heavenly Father. In the name of the Heavenly Father is Yahweh, who the world inwardly calls Jehovah, God of Yahweh. And the name of the Heavenly Son is Yahushua, who the world inwardly calls Jesus Christ, or Jesus Christ, Yeshua. I got a quick lesson. Any other preachers come out, you already know it's the Holy Spirit. It's the Holy Spirit. Why you believe in the night? And I want to go into the story about King Ahab. You know, uh, King Ahab, and it shows how demons plot on you. And then the Book of Job, or even the Book of Job and stuff, the first chapter and stuff, first and second chapter and stuff. Most definitely, it goes into how Satan plots on you and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Right? And takes the minds of other individuals and stuff to do evil unto you. You know what I'm saying? Right? But we're warning the people, get your stuff together, get your shit together. You know what I'm saying? Because the Lord can send demons after you. Right? So this is First Kings chapter 22, verse 1. It says, and they continued 3 years with war between Syria and Israel. And it came to pass in the third year that Jehoshaphat, or Yehoshaphat, it says, the king of Judah, it says, came down to the king of Israel. And the king of Israel said unto his servants, know ye that Ramoth and Gilead is ours, and we be still, and take it not out of the hand of the king of Syria? So he wants to go to war. It says, verse 4, it says, and he said unto Jehoshaphat, it says, wilt thou go with me to battle to Ramoth Gilead? And Jehoshaphat said to the king of Israel, I am as thou art, my people as thy people, my horses as thy horses. It says, so pretty much he was agreeing, like, yeah, we'll go. You know what I'm saying, right? And I got your back. And it says, and Jehoshaphat said unto the king of Israel, inquire, I pray thee, a word of the Lord, Yahweh Shah today, right? Because even though you was a king of Israel, a prophet was higher than you. You see, right? So it says, uh, unless you a king and a prophet, which we are, we God, king, priests. You know what I'm saying? So this is, the Lord switched it up. You know what I'm saying? That we're priests. He had made all the tribes and stuff priests. You know what I'm saying? But then at the same time, you know, you got to be a prophet from before to be a prophet now. You see? So this is First Kings 22 and 5 again. It says, and Jehoshaphat said unto the king of Israel, inquire, I pray thee, at the word of the Lord today. It says, then the king of Israel gathered the prophets together, about 400 men, and said unto them, shall I go against Ramoth Gilead? It says, to battle, or shall I forbear? It says, and they said, go up, for the Lord shall deliver it into the hand of the king. It says, and Jehoshaphat said, is there not here a prophet of the Lord besides that we might inquire of him? It says, and the king of Israel said unto Jehoshaphat, there is yet one man, Micaiah. That's the word Micaiah, right? And it says, and it says, you know, well, see how they be changing stuff. It says, verse 8 again, it says, and the king of Israel said unto Jehoshaphat, there is yet one man, Micaiah. It says, uh, uh, the son of Imlah, by whom we may inquire of the Lord. But I hate him, for he doeth not prophesy good concerning me, but evil. This is the king of Israel, which was King Ahab. The thing is that he didn't take heed. You know what I'm saying? Right? It says, and Jehoshaphat said, let not the king say so. Then the king of Israel called an officer and said, hasten hither Micaiah, the son of Imlah. It says, and the king of Israel and Jehoshaphat, the king of Judah, sat each on his throne, having put on their robes in a void place in the entrance of the gate of Samaria. It says, and all the prophets prophesied before them. It says, and Zedekiah the son, look, it says, and Zedekiah the son, man, like it. It says, and Zedekiah the son of Hanena, it says, made him horns of iron, and he said, "Thus saith the Lord: with these shalt thou push the Syrians until thou hast consumed them." And all the prophets prophesied so, saying, "Go up to Ramoth Gilead and prosper, for the Lord shall deliver it into the king's hand." And the messenger that was gone to call Micaiah spake unto him, saying, behold now, the words of the prophets declare good unto the king with one mouth, meaning in agreement on the same accord. It says, let thy word, I pray thee, be like the word of one of them, and speak that which is good. It says, and Micaiah said, as Yahweh liveth, Yahweh Bashem Yahshua liveth, what Yahweh Bashem Yahshua saith unto me, that will I speak. Right? It says, so he came to the king, and the king said unto him, Micaiah, shall we go against Ramoth Gilead to battle, or shall we forbear? And he answered him, go and prosper, for the Lord shall deliver it into the hand of the king. It says, and the king said unto him, how many times shall I adjure thee that thou tell me nothing but that which is true in the name of the Lord? And he said, I saw all Israel scattered upon the hills. So this is the vision that the Lord had gave him. It says, as sheep that have not a shepherd. You know what I'm saying? It's, and, no guide. And it says, and the Lord said, these have no master. Let them return every man to his house in peace. You know what I'm saying, right? Verse 18. So that means what? King Ahab was going to die. It says, because he wasn't taking heed. You know what I'm saying, right? You know, evidently and stuff, if King Ahab was always hearing Micaiah and stuff, the prophet, letting them know, like, nah, don't do this, don't do that. Woo to woo, he wasn't taking heed. Well, guess what? The Lord's like, all right, then fine. You don't want to take heed, then cool. You know what I'm saying? I got something for you. So this is verse 18. It says, and the king of Israel said unto Jehoshaphat, did I not tell thee that he would prophesy no good concerning me, but evil? And he said, hear thou therefore the word of the Lord. I saw the Lord sitting on his throne, and all the host of heaven standing, and those are the angels, you know what I'm saying, by him on his right hand, on his left. And the Lord said, who shall persuade Ahab that he may go up and fall at Ramoth Gilead? And one said on this manner, and another said on that manner. So they over there like little kids raising their hand, saying what they gonna do and stuff just to persuade King Ahab. You see, so he can die. You see, and it says verse 21. It says, and there came forth a spirit and stood before the Lord and said, I will persuade him. And the Lord said unto him, wherewith? It says, and he said, I will go forth, and I will be a lying spirit in the mouth of all his prophets. And those were the ones, you know, they were saying, yeah, you gonna get it, yeah, you gonna get it, everything's gonna be good and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Well, what wasn't said and stuff was the fact that uh 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 what wasn't said was that he wasn't gonna come back with him. You know what I'm saying? Just the rest of his men. And uh it says verse 22, it says, and the Lord said unto him, wherewith? And he said, I will go forth, and I will be a lying spirit in the mouth of all his prophets. And he said, thou shalt persuade him and prevail also. Go forth and do so. Now therefore, behold, the Lord had put a lying spirit in the mouth of all these thy prophets, and the Lord hath spoken evil concerning thee. It said, but Zedekiah, the son of Hananiah, uh, Chenaniah, right? It says, went near and smote Micaiah on the cheek. So he smoked him, hit him. It's like, what are you doing? Why you keep sitting up there? It's because they looked at it as like, because they looked at it like, oh, because they asked us like prophesy and stuff. And it's like, look, you being told. I told you that. Guess what? You asking me, what you should do, and I'm giving you the fucking answer. You know what I'm saying? And here it is. You not liking what I'm saying and stuff. You know what I'm saying, right? You're not liking what I'm saying and stuff. You know what I'm saying? So what do? They hit him. You know what I'm saying, right? So it says verse 28, 24 again. It says, and Zedekiah the son of Chena Shana, whatever. It says, went near and smote Micaiah on the cheek and said, which way went the Spirit of the Lord from me to speak unto thee? And Micaiah said, behold, thou shalt see in that day when thou shalt go into an inner chamber to hide thyself. It says, and the king of Israel said, take Micaiah and carry him back unto Ammon, the governor of the city, and to Joash, the king's son, and say, thus saith the king, put this fellow in the prison. It says, and feed him with bread of affliction, and with, pretty much the bread of affliction, moldy, what I'm saying, right? It says, and with water of affliction, tainted. It says, until I come in peace. It says, and Micaiah said, if thou return at all in peace, the Lord have not spoken by me. It says, and he said, hearken, O people, every one of you. And it says, because they were finna see, verse 29, it says, so the king of Israel and Jehoshaphat, the king of Judah, went up to Ramoth Gilead. And the king of Israel said unto Jehoshaphat, it says, I will disguise myself and enter into battle, but put thou on thy robes. And the king of Israel disguised himself and went into battle, King Ahab. It says, but the king of Syria commanded his 32 captains that had rule over his chariots, saying, fight neither with small nor great, save only with the king of Israel. Checkmate. You see, you know, you know, and verse 32. It says, and it came to pass. So what the Lord had it out for him. It's like, look, I got my prophets. You don't like what he's saying. You know, he's telling you from what you asking you shall receive, and you not liking the answer. You see, you hit him, put him in prison, and then had it where the food and the food and the water and stuff. You know what I'm saying? You know, he was gonna give him affliction and stuff. You know, that was gonna afflict him, hurt him. You see, right? And it says. And it's like, look, all he did was tell you the truth. Galatians 4:16, have I become your enemy because I tell you the truth? We become a lot of enemies without a cause. We're the ones giving you warning, you see, but it's cool. It says, that's just your life. That's what you got to do. And uh, it says, it says, so the king of Syria is like, look, don't, and this is how you know it's the Lord. The Lord, the king of Syria was like, look, don't fight with nobody and stuff. Go straight for the king of Israel, not both of them. You know what I'm saying? Go straight for the king of Israel. You see? And then guess what? What the King Abe had to do? Put on a disguise. You see? You know, come into battle secretly and stuff because he feared what was said and stuff, but he wasn't fearful enough to be like, you know what, we ain't gonna go through and do this. You see, and then you got a lot of people out here and stuff who's persuaded with their thoughts. But guess what? That's they got to play their part in the role and stuff when it comes down to the Lord. You see, and it says, I said verse 31 again. It says, but the king of Syria commanded his 32 captains that had rule over his chariots, saying, fight neither with small nor great, save only with the king of Israel. Verse 32, it says, and it came to pass when the captains of the chariot saw Jehoshaphat that they said, surely it is the king of Israel. It says, and they turned aside to fight against him, and Jehoshaphat cried out. It says, and it came to pass when the captains of the chariots perceived that it was not the king of Israel, that they turned back from pursuing him. It says, and a certain man drew a bow at a venture and smote the king of Israel between the joints of the harness. It says, uh, uh, um, it says, wherefore he said unto the driver in his chariot, turn thine hand and carry me out of the host. It says, for I am wounded. And the battle increased that day, and the king was stayed up in his chariot against the Syrians and died at even. And the blood ran out of the wound into the midst of the chariot. And there went a proclamation throughout the host about the going down of the sun, saying, every man to his city and every man to his own country. It says, so the king died and was brought to Samaria, and they buried the king in Samaria. And guess what? What happened? You get warned. You get warned. You see, you get warned that guess what? Don't do that. Because the Lord, watch. Yeah, yeah. The scripture says that that if matter of fact, let me get it. I think I think because what is this? Let me, this verse 38. It says, and one washed the chariot in the pool of the Samaria, and the dogs licked up his blood, and they washed his armor according unto the word of the Lord which he spake. You see, right? So I'm gonna grab this. I, I want to say this. Let me see if I could. Um, uh, this Deuteronomy 18, verse 19. 17, it says, and the Lord said unto me, they have well spoken that which they have spoken. I will raise them up a prophet from among their brethren, referring to Yahweh Shah. It says, like unto thee, and will put my words in his mouth, and he shall speak unto them all that I shall command him. And it shall come to pass that whosoever would not hearken unto my words, which he shall speak in my name, I will require it of him. And it says, but the prophet which shall presume to speak a word in my name, which I have not commanded him to speak, or that shall speak in the name of other gods, even that prophet shall die. And if thou shalt say in thine heart, how shall we know the word which the Lord have not spoken, when a prophet speaketh in the name of the Lord, Yahweh Shem Shah? If the thing follow not, nor come to pass, that is the thing which the Lord have not spoken, but the prophet have spoken it presumptuously. Thou shalt not be afraid of it. You see, and what we're saying is stuff. Things happen. It happened exactly, and stuff that we might bring out like some certain acknowledges and whatnot and stuff, right? You know, but just the main things and stuff, we're telling you that this is going to happen, that's going to happen and stuff, and you're seeing that it's actually happening. You seeing the accumulation, you know what I'm saying? Eventually you're going to see it actually happen, you know you know and you're going to be in the midst of it, because every Jake is going to have to go through this. Anybody and stuff on this earth going to go through this, you see. you know so when we talk about the different prophecies, matter of fact, this is second Esdras 15 and 1 in the Apocrypha. Now, and I ain't, you know, you gotta, because what you gotta understand is that look what happened when it came down to Micaiah. He gave you warnings like, look, I'm gonna give you these parables. This what's gonna happen to you, and you clearly seeing stuff. The king of Samaria and stuff came straight after was looking for the king of Israel. You see, you know, and didn't want no parts and stuff with the king of Judah. You know what I'm saying, right? And guess what happened? They put him in prison and they smote him on the face. You know what I'm saying? Like, tell us what we want to hear. That's what these people want. They want lies. They want this, that, and the third. But we're not going to tell you that. It's the false prophet's going to tell you lies. They're going to they're going to trim their ways to seek love. You know what I'm saying? They're going to smooth things out. You know what I'm saying? You know, they're not going to tell you about the nitty gritty and the hard and the harsh times and stuff and the perilous times that's going to come. You know what I'm saying? You know, they're going to tell you things that you want to hear. You know what I'm saying? You know, like how a fat girl is asking you, does she look fat in some outfit and whatnot and stuff when she knows she do. You know what I'm saying? But she asking you and stuff to see if you gonna say something the complete opposite. You know what I'm saying? To boost her esteem, her self-esteem. Thing is that look, we're telling you the truth. You know what I'm saying? Yes, we're gonna get hit. Some of us gonna get killed. You know what I'm saying? And some of us gonna get locked up. You know what I'm saying? You know, and everything starts and stuff because we tell you the truth. That's what happens. Because if nobody is saying anything about the truth, there's no problem. You know what I'm saying? You know, but when we bring up about the truth and whatnot, those who don't like it, those who the Lord has put in their spirits not to get it and stuff, you know what I'm saying? You know, who are injurious people, what's gonna happen? They gonna sit up here and the Lord gonna check them for us. You know what I'm saying? The Lord gonna get them. You see? Through the Lord getting them already and stuff for the fact that they can't receive the message. Or guess what? They receive the message and stuff, but yet they don't take it seriously like King Ahab did. And that's a lot of you people, you see? And when you hear, and it's just like, oh, we don't care. Yeah, you gonna care. Because King Ahab cared and stuff. He tried to get up out the jam. The Lord like, nah, you coming up here with me today. So this second Esdras 15:1, it says, behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy, which I will put in thy mouth, saith the Lord, and cause them to be written in paper, for they are faithful and true. And I'm going to grab this right quick too. This is Jeremiah 5:14. And it says, wherefore thus saith the Lord, Yahweh Bashem Yahshua, power of hosts, because ye speak this word, behold, I will make my words in thy mouth fire, and this people wood, and it shall devour them. So they can't take the heat. Right? So this second Esdras, back in second Esdras 15 and 3, it says, fear not the imaginations against thee, let not the incredulity of them trouble thee that speak against thee. You know what I'm saying? You know, because what if so I can, this is Romans 3:3. It said, for what if some did not believe? Shall the unbelief make the faith of Yahweh by Shemiah Shah without effect? Yahweh by Shemiah Shah forbid. Yea, thy power be true. It says, but every man a liar, as it is, right? So when it comes down to it, what are you saying is like, look, you asking a question, you asking this, you asking that. I'm going to give you an answer, that the Lord gives me. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna give you an answer. And what they did, what King Ahab pretty much was on was like he still took his precautions and whatnot and stuff. But King Ahab was like, I got 400 individuals saying I'm good, and you the only one. That's all it takes. That's all it takes. All it takes is one prophet that the Lord is dealing with at the time and stuff, and have a way that you want to receive it, or you want to force the course of the river and stuff. When it comes down to your injurious practices, not just onto his prophets and stuff, but also onto yourself and whatnot by your behavior. The thing is that you've been warned. We all warned you. We all warned you. You see. So this is second Esdras 15:3 again. It says, fear not the imaginations against thee, let not the incredulity of them trouble thee that speak against thee, because they gonna speak against us. you're gonna go to jail. We're gonna kill you. You're gonna get your ass whooped. Yeah, we already know that because the Lord said y'all was gonna be like that. He already told us and stuff that it was gonna be certain spirits who's not gonna like what's being said and stuff. So therefore, they're gonna be seeking to try to rend us. And what is that? Matthew 7:6. Give not what is holy unto dogs. You see, because then they'll turn around and rend you. That rend you means tear, meaning to hurt, harm, any type of way that they can. You see. So it says. So we could see, you know, a good chance and stuff of what spirit we actually are. You see, you know, if we're on a right track, and the Lord warns us, especially when you read the blue letter, the Lord warns us. You know, um, He warns us that look, if they did it to me, they gonna do it to you. So it says. It said, verse 4, it said, for all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness, right? It says, I'm gonna skip down. Kids keep reading. It says, behold, save the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction. For wickedness have exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and their hurtful works are fulfilled. Therefore said the Lord, I will hold my tongue no more as touching their wickedness, which they profanely commit, neither will I suffer them in those things in which they wickedly exercise themselves. Behold, the innocent and righteous blood crieth unto me, and the souls of the just complain continually. It says, and therefore saith the Lord, I will surely avenge them and receive unto me all the innocent blood from among them. So that's what's going to happen. The Lord going to get y'all back. You know what I'm saying? Because not all the prophets are going to be light. You know what I'm saying? Right? Some of them going to come off as rough and whatnot and stuff. But what people want to hear is somebody who who is not coarse, who is not sweet spoken and whatnot and stuff. Give them give them sweet things and whatnot and stuff instead of the truth. They want lies. That's what they want. You see? You know. You know. You don't want somebody to tell you the truth and whatnot and stuff because it hits too close to home. It hurts. It tells you that in Hebrews 4:12, man. You see? So I hope this video was edifying. I like to give all honor and glory to Yahweh Bashim Yahushua Wahaba Kakadash. The Moana to apostles who great millstone. Salutations to the elect which you ought to be. Shalom wa Baba Bar Kwam Yasharala. They can feel however way that they want to feel, but that doesn't mean that Yahweh Bashim Yahushua in the heavens and stuff feel the same way as they feel. Shalom.